I wouldn't mind doing a bit of growling every now and then when I've had a beer.
I mean, seriously.
No.
Wir sind hier beim Noch ein Bier Festival von Sabaton und noch ein Bier haben wir beherzigt. Erstmal Wohlsein und natürlich unser Gast Joakim.
Hello.
Well, first of all, the Noch ein Bier thing. Where did that come from? I mean, you made it up somehow, right?
Yeah. It's probably because of my bad German language, actually. Because I didn't know what to say to the crowd. And I studied a bit German in school. And I think back in the days, I just didn't know what to say between two songs. So I just grabbed a beer and said, Noch ein Bier! But then I didn't do it again until we played in the same area. Mm-hmm. And the crowd went, Noch ein Bier. Okay, so I started doing it every now and then. Now, always, wherever people speak German, there will be Noch ein Bier. Even in Brazil, when we play there. Some people have seen...
In German?
In German. Because they've seen it on DVDs, and they've seen it on YouTube. Noch ein Bier! It's like, what?
So it's a perfect name for the festival.
Yes, it is. And it'll be a lot of beer drinking tonight, I'm afraid. I try to stay very sober during the concerts because I don't think it's cool when a rock band walks on stage and are fucking drunk out of their heads. We don't party before the show or during the show. But I think today might be the exception, actually. The animals out there are gonna force us to drink beer between every song. It's hard to sing when they always go X, 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 slamming the beer down like that. All of the carbon acid that's in there when you want to burp.
Well, maybe you need more growling songs just for that.
So I can burp into the microphone. Yeah. That would be an idea, actually. I wouldn't mind doing a bit of growling every now and then when I've had a beer.
I mean, seriously.
No.
You almost had me.
Yeah, almost. No, growling is not for me. Chris, our guitar player, can do it quite well. I just sound silly. I sound like the Cookie Monster.
I mean, the Noch ein Bier Fest is not the only festival you run. You have your cruise, you have the Falloon Rock Fest, so you're big in festival business as well, right?
Well, it's a strange thing. All of these things happen slowly but surely, but that's the case for most of the things we do in Sabaton. Actually, the Sabaton Open Air that used to be Rockstad Falun, Rock City Falun, that started out as a release party because there were no good places to play in our hometown. Mm-hmm. And we had a release party when we invited other bands that we played with and also the younger bands from our town region in Sweden that we thought they're good, but they don't get a chance to play somewhere. And it became bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the cruise was just an idea that we were going to Finland. At that point, we had played somewhere, we had a day off, then transport day over the sea, and then day off, and then played Finland. Oh, that's lots of days off. Why don't we play a show, Like, yeah, we can't put it because we already play in the Stockholm region, we already play in the Helsinki region. We can't really go anywhere out there. And then Per said, like, well, let's rent the ship. I was like, yeah. And then we won't have to pay for the transfer either,
It's not just called Noch ein Bier Fest. You had a beer tasting as well.
Yes, we heard that all cool metal bands have their own beer. And we want to be a cool metal band too, so we got to make our own beer. Germany is the place. We already have the Noch ein Bier thing going on, and we decided to let our fans decide instead of us. And the one that wins this competition, if you will, or this tasting, who has the highest scores, that will be Noch ein Bier. And the plan is to have it out by winter, so people can buy it in the stores, and so we can drink decent beer backstage.
That sounds good. Okay, so we're looking forward what the people picked.
Yes, so am I. I don't know, actually. I've seen a tendency, but I can't say for sure.
Last time we saw you in Rock in Vienna, and that was the first show with an orchestra.
Yes.
So how was that?
Oh, nervous. Nervous. We only had like 3 hours of rehearsal in Prague, and I was really nervous about that. Then when it comes to the show, what happens if they go out of sync with us? What happens if all of these possible things that can go wrong? Every single one went through my head. But actually, as soon as we started and we done the first half song, I wasn't nervous anymore.
Will it have any influence on the writing of the new record? The next record can be kind of diverse. You can have straight tracks and orchestra tracks.
Yes. I mean, that's absolutely possible because I think an album should be like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
There's something fast, there's something harder than you expected from Sabaton, there's something softer than you expected. And we have this rule that as long as it's within the realm of hard rock and it's a good song, then we can do it.
So do you already have a schedule when the next record will be out?
We have plans, actually, yes, but I don't want to make promises. I'm not trying to be secretive here. We're not trying to be like Apple, who don't say anything until they have the product out. You know what I mean?
But like sometime 2016, is that realistic?
Oh, next year?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deal?
Yes, that's a deal.
Das wollten wir alle hören, oder?
Das aktuelle Sabaton-Album Heroes sowie weitere Alben, Shirts, Hoodies, Tops, DVDs und mehr von Sabaton gibt es natürlich bei EMP. Klickt einfach auf den Link unten in der Beschreibung.